Hey, what's up you guys? It's Bella here from Earth. I'm back with another weekly video that is meant to help you align to who you are, meant to empower you to live the life that you truly want to live, to remove all obstacles, to just bring you clarity. And so this week's video is going to be for September 6th through the 12th. Hoping you guys have had an awesome weeks. I'm trying to hang in there like the rest of you, so I hope that you guys have been able to pull through no matter what your circumstances are. Thank you so much for tuning into the video. Thank you for being here. Thank you to those that have subscribed and liked my videos, and also those that have commented. I appreciate it, so thank you. So before the reading, it's kind of like a new ritual that I've developed. I like to start with some Reiki healing. For those that don't know, Reiki is an awesome healing energy. Comes from God, comes from Source, whatever you choose to call that energy up there, that big source of love, creator of all that is, intelligence, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it. It comes from that source. It's love, it's well-being. And so I want to start with that. So if you guys can close your eyes, relax wherever you are, and start with a couple of deep breaths. And as you get back to your normal breathing routine, just focus on one area of your body. Usually it's the stomach area. And just breathe in and out from that area. Just allow yourself to receive the energy that I'm bringing to you right now at this time. Aligned to well-being, aligned to love, aligned to healing. And allow yourself to receive this healing. Wrapping you guys in a bubble full of love and healing. So, all right. So, yes, I would like to first invite my guides to come through, all my guides and the angels that I work with, the archangels, specifically Archangel Metatron, Ascended Master Jesus. If you guys can please come through for me and allow me to give the purest, clearest, most loving message to you all this week. All right, let's get this party started. They're here, and yes, I've already cleared the decks, so I'm just gonna shuffle and As I always say, if you guys need to or want to know what decks I'm using, I can tell you guys down below. Alright, so what is it that we need to know this week? How do we align and empower ourselves this week? What do we need to know? All right, we've got the page of hazards. All right, and I do want to pull out, oh, interesting, bottom of the deck we have justice. So I also want to pull out one of these cards, and okay, 3 came out. I'll take it. This is gonna be interesting. All right, page of hazards. I'm going to read Page of Hazards and Justice together. So the underlying energy is this Justice card. And as you can see, there's a balancing act that we see here. We've got a brain and we've got the heart. So clearly, that's the energy for most, where we're in our heads too much, we're in our heart space too much. We're in our heads too much, we're in our heart space too much. And what I'm getting is the vast majority of us aren't really balanced and aligned and centered. And so it's hard to know, you know, am I acting out of fear? Am I acting am I being logical, or am I trying to be too analytical, or am I being too emotional when I'm making decisions? So clearly, whether a lot of people have been feeling the call to try to balance themselves, that's one thing, or if that's going to be happening in the coming up, where a lot of people are just going to feel like, you know what, I need to take inventory when I'm making decisions, when I'm called to do something, and maybe it's not a calling, maybe it's just that's what we're going to be figuring out soon, is when I feel prompted to make decisions or to take actions, where is it coming from? Is it coming from fear? Is it coming from a logical mind? Because both of those will definitely not, that's not where we should be receiving our inspiration from. Because neither of those energies is really who you are. And it's definitely not the energy that we should be listening to bring us to where we want to be. So the 3, well, let me do the Page of Hazards first. So there's going to be, Pages is a young energy, right? And it's information, it's something that we are receiving, but maybe, hang on one second, I'm gonna look, sorry, not sure what happened. So as I was saying, I was gonna take a small, just like focus on the card, because Pages is a young energy, and as you can tell, he's the Hazard deck it deals with money, finances, our material possessions, definitely tangible items. And there's a mailbox, and he's chained or like cuffed to maybe what he thinks is his. So his car, his property, his job, his money. But definitely what I feel here is the cuff, the feeling stuck. And so Pages is all about new beginnings, new information being brought forward, a new opportunity being brought forward. And so maybe at this time, the advice or the thing to be taking into consideration is, if there's a new opportunity for you, if there's a new opportunity that comes your way, are you going to be too analytical? Maybe this opportunity is something that you've been wanting. It's the step in the right direction you receive. Maybe it's a loan. Maybe it's a partner, a business partner. Maybe it's information on a new business venture. Maybe it's something that can help you maybe attain something in the material world that you've been asking for. But are you going to allow yourself to really get there? Are you going to allow yourself to step forward? Because clearly this little guy can't, because this isn't balanced. This energy, this alignment isn't balanced enough. It's like a muscle, and the muscle hasn't been worked, if that makes sense, right? So maybe this opportunity is going to come, but we are still acting out of, fear. So let's say it's a new job opportunity. You're going to weigh it, but the issue is, maybe you're going to be too analytical. Maybe you're going to take to a pro and con list, but you're not trying to feel it intuitively. You're too analytical and logical. Well, if I leave my job, how am I gonna sustain myself? How am I gonna pay my bills? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna afford all these responsibilities? If I have children, if I have this, but then your heart weighs in too, and it's like, you know what? But this is what I've really wanted, and I don't know. It just doesn't seem too safe. I'm too afraid. There's a lot weighing on me, and I can't just make this decision. So that's what I'm feeling. New opportunities coming, but you're weighing too much. Yes, you're gonna start balancing and know how to balance your wants versus your heart and intuition and those intuitive impulses that we receive to step into a new direction. But yes, the key is, if you take fear out of the equation, how does it feel? If you take your analytical mind out of the equation, how does it feel? How does this situation, this information, this news, this business partner, how does this feel when you take the fear? How does it feel? Does it feel great? Because that's your tip. When stepping into a new direction, that's your tip, and that should be your guide. You have to listen to your emotional guidance system. How does it feel? Does it feel thrilling, exciting? Do I get so anxious in a good way to start doing this, to step into this direction? Those are the feelings that you should be following, not the fear. So let me put that down, and let me take a look at these cards. These 3 cards came out all together, so I'm going to take all of them. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Okay? Fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So again, we need to work on eliminating our fears. Also regrets. You can't make a decision forward without releasing all of your regrets. Or maybe it's the fear of regret. Well, I don't want to step in this path, on this path, and then later regret it. Because what I'm getting is, if you take away your fears, your analytical minds, and all these lists and all these things, and you sit with it, and it's you have such a strong impulse to jump in this new direction. You don't know how everything's gonna resolve itself. You don't know, all of the minute details, but you know that this feels great right now. That's what you should be listening to. And last card we have is gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Really stepping into this gratitude feeling is going to help you tenfold. It's going to help you in ways that you aren't even aware of. Having this gratitude even before you receive any type of information is going to help this come to you a lot sooner. Grateful for being where you are in life, for all of the lessons you've learned, for knowing and following your emotional guidance system that'll help you. Having the gratitude that you are able to follow it and not have any regrets or fears. So that's definitely going to help you. Let me see if I get anything else before I finish this lovely reading. Yeah, I think for the most part that's what I receive is, a lot of us have to, or will be called to, balance and center ourselves. When we take away the fears, when we take away the regrets, when we take away all of these negative emotions that isn't high vibrating, that isn't love, that isn't gratitude and appreciation, when we take away those and we allow ourselves to align to appreciation and to love, new opportunities that come forward, they're not going to be problematic to just go and follow it, no problems. But what are we doing to get ourselves there? Because if these opportunities come our way that are calling for us, but we're too stuck on what we have, maybe the fears that we're stuck on. Maybe it's the stability of your 9-to-5 job. Maybe it's the stability of, what you're doing, who you have in your life. Maybe you're too afraid to venture out and to leave your comfort zones. That's going to be definitely detrimental to you, to your health and your well-being, to you achieving and receiving all that you want to receive. So, yes. Regret is such a big it's such a heavy energy. It's such a heavy energy to sit there and keep looking at the past and to kind of feel some type of way about it. Like, I wish I could have changed this. I wish I could have done this. Well, you know what? Your higher self doesn't hang around what you've done in the past. So, I know it's much easier said than done, but Your higher self, the bigger part of who you are, isn't hanging around your past actions, your past mistakes. All of these things have taught you lessons. At the very least, it's probably, you know, it's taught you lessons that you probably aren't even aware of. But as you move forward, it's brought you to exactly where you need to be. And for that, there should be appreciation. If your past has brought you to a place now where you now have clarity about where you want to go moving forward, that right there is one lesson that it can have given to you that you aren't even aware of, maybe. Fear that maybe you'll repeat the same mistakes is another thing. Anything that's causing fear in you should be addressed and looked at, because your higher self, the bigger part of who you are, doesn't have any fears. They're bringing you to where you want to be, lovingly and very acceptingly. And so why should we hold on to that stuff? You know, I know that we're humans, and I know we have all these emotions, but why should we hold on to that? It's not love, it's not high flying, it's not joy, it's not happy. And so that's where we want to be. Because when we're centered, then we can really move forward and live the life that we really want to be living. So what is one message? I'm going to close off with one message from the universe has your back. Universe, what would you like us to know? Okay. Happiness is my birthright. This is the end goal. Whether we're moving in the direction that we want to be, whether we're not moving at all, happiness should always be our goal, what we're striving for. It's my birthright. It's my birthright. At the end of the day, this is what I'm striving for, because it's my right to be happy, to be joyful, to be fulfilled. It's just, am I getting in my own way? Yes. Let me learn how to balance and find my own happiness. That's my duty, to find my own happiness. It's my duty to align and to center myself and to allow myself to be who it is that I want.